Have you noticed that if a person gets convicted of a crime like rape and they do time for it, when they come out, they do worse crimes than the one that took them to jail in the first place? This is the story of Josef Fritzl and the crime he committed against his family. It's a very sad story, so buckle up. Josef Fritzl, as at the time he was 21 years old, got married to his 17-year-old girlfriend, and eventually he was accused of multiple crimes. One count of rape, one count of attempted rape, 3 suspected murders, because as at the time him and his wife ran a camping site where some of the dead bodies were found. So he was a prime suspect, but he was never convicted of the murders. But the rape, he was convicted of that, and he went to jail. He didn't spend all his sentence. He was eventually released, which was where the whole madness started. He went on to live a seemingly normal life, having 7 children with his wife. One of the children being Elisabeth Fritzl. In cases like this, it doesn't just start when the child turns 18. So let's put that into context. When Elisabeth turned 18, one day the father called her to the basement to come and help him hold something up while he works. He's normally at his basement most of the time working, where he doesn't allow his wife come to see him there or bring coffee or water for him. Like the place is like his personal manhole. Nobody is allowed there. So but this particular day, he told Elisabeth to come and help him, and when she got there, told her to hold up a door for him to work on the door. When he was done working on the door, he took a towel, covered Elisabeth's face, and she passed out. There was obviously something on the towel, and he shoved her into the enclosure that he has been building. With the door was the final touch. Shoved her in there and locked her. This is where she will be for the next 24 years. After he locked her in there, the police were alerted that their daughter was missing, and eventually a letter turned up, and come to find out that Fritzl was the one that forced Elisabeth to write this letter. The letter stated that she willingly ran away and probably joined the cult. Since she was already 18 years old, the case was called off because this is a decision that she made as an adult. In her stay under that basement, he goes there about 3 times a week to rape her. She eventually gave birth to 7 children for her father. One of the kids died, and the man incinerated that one. If she just gives birth to the child, he will take the child, puts a note on the child, and put the child in front of the door and act like he doesn't know what's happening. That the note will be from Elisabeth, something about this is her child, she can't afford to take care of the child. So of course the mom would just accept the child because the girl is nowhere to be found. Dropping a child at the door, they won't reject the child, they will adopt the child. He did this for 3 of the kids, while 3 of the kids were staying with her in the basement. She was requesting for books and other stuff. She was able to teach the ones that were with her how to read, how to write. Despite the children being there, the man comes there to rape her in front of the children. So this is something he kept on doing until the firstborn daughter fell ill one day. She was unresponsive, and the girl was begging him to take the girl to the hospital. Like, she was just begging him, and eventually for some reasons he agreed, and they called the ambulance and took the girl to the hospital. So the nurses noticed that the girl was extremely pale. She had severe vitamin D deficiency because all her life she has been under a basement. She has never seen the sun. So of course there will be problems. And when they noticed this, they started asking, because they thought it was a case of a mother neglecting the child, and this man is claiming to be the grandfather of this child, bringing an unresponsive child to the hospital. The mom is nowhere to be seen, and they were requesting for the mother of the child, and he brought a letter that this is the letter that the mother of the child wrote, that the mom is like a missing person. She just sends the kids to them, the whole story that he has been cooking all this while. The hospital staffs were not convinced of the story, so they alerted the authorities of the case. The authorities broadcasted a public message about the case that the mother of the child should show up, and immediately the case of the missing persons report was reopened, and they called a pastor to come and examine the letters, both the past one and the recent one that the man presented, since they were now asking him questions. And the pastor took a look at the letter. Based on, he's a cult expert, he knows how cults work and stuff, so he took a look at the letter. He's like, the letters are not adding up. This doesn't look like what somebody is writing out of their own free will, like, oh, I'm in a cult, this is me doing my thing. That it doesn't look like that. This looks like somebody is being told to do something. This now rose the eyebrow of the authorities, and they started requesting that the man provides the mother of the child. So when he went home, the girl was begging him again that nothing will happen. She just wants to go there to make sure that the child is okay. Eventually, since there's now pressure from both sides, the girl wanting to be there with her daughter, the authorities and the hospital staffs demanding for the mother of the child, the man gave in and he brought the girl out and took her to the hospital. So when she got to the hospital, they were trying to ask her question, but she was refusing to answer. And they noticed the whole pale skin that the daughter also has. They noticed it on her too. So eventually they isolated her and they told her that they will make sure she doesn't see her father again if she tells them what's actually happening, since the story that she's giving and that the father is giving, they're not adding up. So that was when she told them everything, how she has been locked up for about 24 years, and told them everything. That was when the man was arrested immediately, and the rest of the kids were brought out from the basement where they were. And one of the child said he can't wait to feel rain on his skin, because he has never been outside when it's raining and there's no window. This man was so wicked that sometimes he punishes them by turning off the light, so they'll be under the basement in the dark for as long as he wants. Sometimes he refused to bring food because he was the one supplying them food also. For days they will starve. So eventually he was arrested, and the kids were put in rehabilitation center. She was also put in a rehabilitation center, which she's still in till now. She's now in her 40s, I think 42 years old. I'm telling this story because I saw a news article some days ago that the man is to be released from prison. They want to release him, and some sources are saying he has already been released, but he's in a mental institution. He's no longer in prison, and their excuse is that he's now old, so he's probably not a threat anymore. I know multiple stories of cases like this, of people that were arrested for rape, and when they came out, they committed way worse crime than the one that took them there in the first place. As I can't believe how sentimental we are as humans, because if somebody is capable of rape, the person is capable of every other crime. Well, I honestly don't know what to say. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.